So there's a well-known Australian crocodile man who once said something along the lines of, that's not a knife, that's a knife. And I'm here today to tell you something similar, which is, that's not a knife, that's a sword. And actually that's two swords. They're my swords. They were given to me a long time ago when I was just a young boy. And today I'm going to tell you why I think I'm going to reintroduce them into my EDC, and I think you should too. Let's dive right in. So it kind of seems like swords have fallen out of popularity in recent years for whatever reason. I think it's probably with the invention of, you know, smaller pocketable swords, but it's like these days it just seems like people want to hide what they have inside their pockets, and you know, especially as our world in its age of man has grown far more secretive and conniving than it once was. People just want to hide things away. But you know, I kind of just feel like it's time to bring swords back into the EDC zeitgeist, if you will. So I want to give you a little bit of backstory on the swords that I happen to own. This here is called Sting, the Sword of Frodo, which is now Sting, the Sword of Frodo, the Sword of John Garage. This was popularized in a documentary that came out in about the 2000s. It's about the Third Age of Middle Earth. I fell in love with that documentary, especially this sword that was found within it, and you know, I explained that to my parents that this sword is fantastic and I love it, and guess what showed up one Christmas day? It's this. It was this. I don't believe it's the original one because it was created before anything existed, according to the documentary, of course. But either way, it's truly an ancient relic, and it's made out of stainless steel. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't come with the original thing to put it in, which is called a scabbard. I think it's Latin for sword container. Let's put this one away real quick and go into my other one, which is this one, which does include a sword container with it. And this one's kind of cool because it's just cool. It looks like a long dagger, but really it's just a short sword. You know, at the time I got these, it's when, again, I was a young boy, and so these were perfect for me back in the day, but now it's like they've been shrunken down and are very disproportionate to the size of myself now, which is far larger than I was as a young boy. But that's okay, because I think they do a fantastic job, especially for one's EDC. So I'd like you to think for a moment, why carry a sword? Is it because they're cool? Yes. Is it because they're useful? Yes. And if that's where you stop, well, I'd like to tell you that there's more that can be derived from swords. So think a little bit about, you know, the types of things you can do with something like this. You can do those same things with this, but guess what? From further away, because, you know, look at how long this is. Inky dinky itty bitty. Now look how long this is. You know, you can open Amazon packages from several hundred inches away. It's incredible. And so without the power of a sword, you'd have to get up real close and dirty and have to use this, and it wouldn't feel nearly as good. And because a sword doesn't easily go inside of a pocket, you have to affix it to a belt on your hip. And that's another huge pro to having a sword, because now your pockets are free to put whatever you want in there. Not these. You don't need that anymore. But you can put little multi-tools. You can put big old pocket pouches. You can put whatever you would like to, because you now have an extra free pocket that doesn't have anything in it, because this is outside of it, just laying on your side. And yes, a sword is very cool, but you might kind of need to revamp like your whole kind of wardrobe, or you might end up looking like a freak if you're just walking around carrying a sword. So in particular, especially from the documentary, I like the look of the character Aragorn. In the beginning of the documentary, he has this cool cape with a hood. I don't have any capes. I have hoodies, but that doesn't really fit the part. So I've typically settled on kind of a robe to get that same look. He also has fingerless gloves, which I kind of have some like that, but they're more like mittens actually. So, you know, I just have to make sure the mitten part is put away. Then that's good. He also has these cool leather boots, which I also don't have, but I have slippers, which is Latin for foot container. And you know, EDC, it is a lifestyle, and with swords, people live and die by the sword. So it makes sense to fully live the life that you lead fully in all ways. And when it comes to a sword, part of the way you live it fully is to show the world what you are. You can't hide this. Everyone will see it. You know, when you carry a sword, you're just saying to the world, look at me. I'm a man or a woman who carries a sword. Take me as I am. But please notice that I'm wearing a cool robe and slippers, so I'm not a freak. But also, it doesn't actually really matter what you wear anyway, because swords can also be, you know, a way of showing off your style. It's like jewelry. So by wearing a sword on you, you don't need to necessarily wear jewelry, because all anyone's going to be able to look at is the sword that you're carrying with you. So, you know, no more earrings. Take off your necklace. Put away your rings. You don't need them anymore. Cast them into the fire of Mount Doom. Oh, and you might be asking, John Garage, how is a sword though for self-defense? You know, I like carrying my knife for self-defense. How's a sword for something like that? Well, let me tell you this. Swords are actually one of the original self-defense items. People would use them to slash other people, stab other people. Wars were waged, and this was a weapon that was used in those wars many moons ago. Again, check out the documentary. It's a great one, and you can kind of see how this very sword was used. It's great for self-defense. You'll be fine. I think it was used to kill a giant spider. I haven't used one. I usually use my slipper. But I don't know. We get wolf spiders in the basement sometimes, and I always wish that I had this with me. That was before I realized how valuable of an EDC tool this truly could be. So I think things are going to be a little bit different from now on. Also in the documentary, you see that this is supposed to glow blue when goblins or orcs show up nearby. It hasn't once happened to me. I thought one time when one of my cats was beating down the bedroom door, I thought I saw it glow a little bit, but that'd be great for EDC purposes. You might not need to carry a flashlight anymore. I forgot to mention as well with this one, because it has the cool sword container attached to it, you can actually, let's say someone's giving you grief or something and you don't want to straight up slay them, you can just pop this out and give them a little bonk on the head. It won't feel great for them, and they might think twice about messing with someone who's carrying a sword, you know. Even if you don't use said sword against them, you can just use the sword container to which it is affixed and give them a good whooping. But going back to the self-defense thing, by carrying a sword, it's highly likely that you actually won't even need to use it for self-defense, because, you know, think about it. If you went outside and you saw somebody carrying a sword, you know you're probably in a situation from which you cannot escape. So you can be that person putting people in the position where they're like, I don't want to be here anymore. And so it's kind of its own defense by carrying one of these. And now I'm finally trying to think of what cons there could be from carrying an EDC item such as this, and I've racked my brain back and forth, and truly I can't think of anything. My only thought, you might accidentally slap someone around a little bit if you turn too quick and this is attached to your hip. It might just give them a little spank. Not everyone will hate that, but I'd assume most people would not appreciate it, not from a stranger. But beyond that, there's just nothing else I can think of that would make carrying this on your hip not be a good idea. So yeah, you know, if you're a person who has a hip and you own a belt of some type, and your hip is able to carry that belt with a sword attached to it, I highly recommend adding one of these to your hip belt combo. You know, it truly replaces any sort of knife or a gun or package opener, or scissors, can openers. Like, honestly, you name it, this thing can do it. With a sword, I think it's just waving goodbye to your troubles. You cannot go wrong with this sword. They're truly the best, and I think in the year of our Lord 2026, we should all add them to our EDCs. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate you spending some time with me. Stay tuned for next time, where we'll be going over the best EDC helmets that you can wear. Thank you again. I'm John Garage. Stay tuned for more. Goodbye.